You're watching Ride the Teacups, and our family is at an empty Legoland, California. It's crazier than Benny at a dance party. We're going to show you how to have the same adventures, so subscribe and stick around, because this entire video is packed with tips and tricks for saving time and money. It's a bit longer than our normal videos, so we're adding this timer to the bottom of the screen for each section. And you can see the chapters on the timeline to skip to what you want to watch most. We'll show you what to do and what not to do. And when I found something I wanted at the store, my 5-year-old stole it for me. You don't want to miss that, so hit the like and let's get started. We're not really superstitious, but we did have a few bad omens this morning.
Got some waffle, French toast, sausage, bacon, all that good stuff, but this dot of syrup exists only to get my arm nasty. It's the only reason it's there. It's the only explanation. Don't do it. Don't do it.
We're getting all ready for the day, packed for Lego. We have some dietary restrictions, so we can bring a little bit of food into the park, but our carrots, frozen solid. Definitely frozen solid. However, our ice packs that have spent the whole night in the freezer are not. How does that happen? They're mostly frozen. So here's the plan. We put the rest of the carrots in the freezer tonight, and then we put the ice packs where we had the carrots, and we'll just switch spots.
Awesome, thank you.
We've still got early entry from staying at the Legoland Castle Hotel. We stayed in a Knights-themed suite, and our room tour is coming soon. Make sure you ring the bell to turn on all notifications so you don't miss it. But for now, early entry lets us have the entire Ninjago area and the ride all to ourselves. Ninjago, the park was about to open up. We waited right at the rope so we could get to new areas in the park we've never been to before. And while we were waiting, this amazing model citizen traded us a Queen of Hearts from the Disney blind bags. I'm collecting these and trying to finish the set. We'll see if I do by the end of the video. All the way up at the very top right corner of the park is the Lego Castle area. And the featured ride is the Dragon roller coaster at the castle. It's a slow tour inside the castle, but you wind up waking a dragon. Merlin protects you with his magic while you escape outside, but the dragon chases you through the forest. They asked us not to record the ride, so we didn't. But it was so cool, and they did something really awesome for us.
Oh my goodness, we need to talk about this. We've got to talk about what we just did at the Dragon. How many times did you ride the Dragon, dude?
Like 5.
What was really cool that we got to do on the Dragon? Did they make us get off?
No, we got to ride it 1 more time.
One more time. One more time. One more time. And then they did it. That was cool. Get here early. I'm sweating. It's warm.
The queue is really fun too. There's a tombstone for food taster number 1 and 3. Behind them is Samuel Goat. Tripped on his sword and fell in the moat, and you can see it's easy to trip on his grave, which is wet from the moat water. Then Lord Thomas Brown, weighing 500 pounds. His grave's a little tall around the middle. Eliza Grimm, 7 foot tall and very thin. They had to back her headstone up to have enough room. And Percival Pride, 3 foot tall, 5 foot wide. Look at the shape of that bomb.
And check this out. First thing in the morning, there's nobody here. Do you have something that you'd like to ask Mr. Jerry?
You have
He's asking for Mr. Gold. There's a secret game you can play in the park. Every single day, 10 employees will have a Mr. Gold Popper coin. You never know who it is, and they won't tell you unless you ask. We'll have a whole video with our tips and tricks to finding them throughout the day, so subscribe if you didn't do it earlier. You don't want to miss it. We'll have a lot of tips in this video, too. Now the boys have found the Joust Ride. This one is only for littles, no adults allowed. Our kids are loving the independence they have here. You'll wander through a medieval town and face off against the Black Knight.
The Black Knight always triumphs!
Anyone seen my fair damsel in distress? Sounds like Steve was asleep. You're lucky this time. Hold fast and fight like an honorable citizen. You looking at me? Are you looking at me? Is that thy best? Stop! Oh, I wasn't looking!
All right, we call it a draw.
It's still morning, so we skipped the night smokehouse. It looks pretty good though. I wish we had tried it. That's an outdoor barbecue. They've also got these awesome RC jousting horses. That's so cool. What's not cool is the cost. It's $3 for a single round. I'd give it a try for $1, but we've got a small fleet of RC cars at home. But it's neat. There's also carnival games throughout the park. We passed on those too, but they're here if you like them. We didn't pass on the Deep Sea Adventure. This is an underwater submarine adventure. It's not nearly as claustrophobic as the Disneyland subs, and it doesn't go completely underwater. That's a big worry for a lot of people, but you're all good here. And I was allowed to use my camera this time, so we'll have a full POV in a future video. You're supposed to watch out for any treasure you see and touch the screen when you find something. If you want the high score, there's no penalty for pressing it at the wrong time, so just keep spamming the buttons the entire time. And naturally, instead of exiting into a gift shop, you exit into a Lego store. What else? And you can stop at this station where you can create your own Lego fish and send it into the aquarium. And of course, there's a pick-a-brick wall. It's a Lego store after all. When we were done playing around, we wandered down to the pirate area. We first showed you these boats from a distance in our Lego water park video. Each boat has water guns for every single rider to shoot at other boats and the people watching. But watch out, because they can fire back. Our kids had a lot of fun here. Next on our pirate adventure is the Skipper School, and right outside the line is this awesome photo spot. There's a lot of these actually. Now let's jump on the boat and take a cruise. I love that the boat looks like it's made out of Lego, and it has a compass and stickers. My kid is actually driving the boats. There's no tracks on this ride. He loved it.
Oh, that was a bump. That was a bump. You totally bumped.
We may have crashed a few times on this one.
Buddy, that was amazing.
Nope, still no Mr. Gold. But here's something completely different. Lego has this competition area with 2 fire trucks and 2 police cars. You'll work as a team to pump a handle to move your vehicle all the way across the street, then get out and put out a fire in the window. Then you'll have to pump your way back. Who can do it the fastest? Well, you'll never know, actually. Did you see that truck on the end backing up? The way they ran it while we were here was to wait for everyone to finish moving their cars. Then you had to wait until everyone finished putting out the fire. And yes, they'll make you back up if you even start a second before everyone else is done. Then you finally, you know what? Let's talk about it. We've got time. When we took our turn, the team that won was the last team to arrive, and they were the last team to put out the fire. When I say that, I mean the rest of us had been finished for 2 full minutes before they were done. All we could do was sit there and wait. But they were the first one down the home stretch, so even though they should have been dead last by a mile, they won. On top of that, this is a real workout. I was on a team with my 5-year-old, and I was basically doing all the work because he wasn't strong enough to pump the truck or the water. Do yourself a big favor and skip this one. And have you really enjoyed even watching it so far? Yeah, skip this one. But there is something important to do here. Remember how we're looking for Mr. Gold? On slow days like this, sometimes they put a gold envelope in the bushes. They won't be too hard to spot if you're looking, and they'll be down low where younger kids can reach. We didn't find one today, but we were told by several model citizens that they were out there. Be on the lookout. I still love these guys. Y'all, we spent a lot of time looking for Mr. Gold. Here's a few more tips we learned.
So we just got a really big tip on our hunt for Mr. Gold and Space Baby. We know that we're supposed to ask all of the model citizens, but everyone seems to be saying ask the blue shirts and the security and the medics.
Okay, real quick, we were told to try the medics at the first aid station, but there was a sign on the door saying they didn't have Mr. Gold, and out of respect for people's privacy, not to come in and ask. That's a really good point, so please do not ask for him at first aid.
Blue shirts are guest services. Everyone keeps telling us to ask guest services, and they keep telling us to ask guest services like every hour. So I don't know if people are going on shift and off shift and maybe trading them out, but a guest service is every hour. Blue shirts.
Also learned
yeah, here's the big one.
Mr. Gold or Space Baby Look in the bushes.
Yeah, so apparently sometimes they will hide gold envelopes or silver envelopes, right?
Yeah.
Gold and silver envelopes in the bushes, in the hedges. We just spent a whole lot of time exploring the hedges and bushes. We are going to be watching for those as we pass by too. So blue shirts, guest service, which is guest services, security, medics, and looking for the envelopes in the bushes. Off we go. That's right. Now a good tip is eat your lunch. What was that? Oh, do you have? I didn't realize you had an hour there. Oh no. How did you do that? Oh, is that a blister?
Just when you thought that competition thing couldn't get any worse, it literally gave my kid cuts and blisters on his hands. It's a good thing I'm such an empathetic and helpful dad.
At least now it's sanitized all through the injury. That's
Now it's clean.
it's not funny. It's a little funny.
We're eating at Funtown's Urban Kitchen. It's a market-style place with grab-and-go options and Philly cheesesteaks that they'll cook to order for you. All around the seating areas are these amazing Lego creations. I love that Benny's rocket fuel is just Lego popcorn. And so many fun movie references. I love that this creator built himself as the airport radio operator. And check out this creepy castle. This is amazing. I love the details. And they even created interiors and a dungeon. What? I would buy this set in a heartbeat. Look at that Omnibox in the middle. And this is too cool. It's Darth Vader's perspective from inside his TIE fighter. Force is strong with this one. I have you now.
So our kids asked one of the janitor ladies at our hotel if she had Mr. Gold and Space Baby. She said she did not, but she reached in her bag and gave each of our kids one of these, which is pretty awesome. We forgot to bring minifigs here to trade, so I was just suggesting that we could take 2 of these since we have 2 sets, and we could trade them here.
I get your minifig traded in that way. That's a brilliant idea. Very cool. Thanks, Mrs. Teacups. We really like bringing the stroller in, but not because our kids need it. Check this out. What I suggest you do, fill it up with all the bottled waters, and then when you need a refill, can't find a refill station, got one built in. We got a case of like 64 waters from Costco. How many waters from that? 40 things of water for $3 at Costco. Line the bottom of your stroller with it, and everybody will let you bring it to the park. Nobody, even the really strict people, do not at all even just don't so much as glance twice at the waters under the stroller. Totally cool. They'll always have water.
After lunch, we're through the garden wall and up the hill to Duplo Playland. This is mainly for toddlers and a little older, but everyone will find something to enjoy up here. The 2 rides in this area include a Duplo train that does a few laps around a short course, and this crazy drop tower. You use the rope to pull yourself up, then let go to drop down. You are in complete control, so you can tell your kids when they're about to fall. And it's not as hard as it sounds. The ride is really helping you do what you want. You can't see it, but there's a big smile on that face. And watch the next drop. He's got his hands up now. My little dude is a daredevil, and he's only 5. Right next door to the Duplo Playland is the Lego Movie World. This place is an absolute party, and it was my favorite spot on the entire park. There's great shops, snacks, and rides, plus a splash pad, a playground, and obviously characters. It's such a vibe here. And finally, the last area in the park we haven't seen yet. It's a lot like Disneyland's Adventureland, but Legoland calls this area the Land of Adventure, which is obviously completely different than Adventureland. I was really excited for the Lost Kingdom Adventure. It's a dark ride where you get to shoot targets with a blaster. But it was closed. So sad. So what did we do instead? Our 3rd drop tower of the day. And both boys have their hands up. That middle seat fits an adult, but they didn't want me to ride with them. Then we rode the Teacups one more time because of course we did. Okay, the park is closing and we've got time for one more ride. Can you guess what my kids want to do one more time? If you watched our previous video, you'll know it's definitely the driving school. Hey, this isn't the bumper cars, dude. We already showed off this amazing experience in the last video, so I won't spend too much time on it here again. But if you're the last riders of the day, you get to park the cars at the gas station for the night. My oldest really loved doing that.
Tell me about parking. You've never done that before.
So, we'd like beam out to get it into the gas station. One thing that everyone should be aware of is the brakes don't work too well.
Oh no.
And now for our last moments inside Legoland, we'll check out the Lego Mini City. There are 70 million Lego bricks here. That's 70 million. We'll have a much longer video with the entire city soon, so subscribe if you want to see it all. Let's check out some highlights.
Roar, the lion. 2 more lions over there, and then... Good tries.
Then we went back inside the big Lego store. I went straight over to the Lego Disney blind bags to try and complete my set. I only need Mickey. I started feeling through several of the bags when this happened.
You think it might be this one?
No.
Oh, so my 5-year-old just grabbed a blind bag and ran for it. Hey, wait a second.
This feels really good. Well, I think I may have it finally.
These awesome employees you're about to see have been helping me find Mickey when they've had time. Okay, I just bought it. Here's the moment of truth.
You're my favorite person in the world. You got it.
Get that phone. This is the one my kid just tried to steal from me. We just found Mickey Mouse, thanks to, I'm sorry, Rodna, thanks to Rodna. Rodna's my favorite person. Thank you. I am excited, thank you.
Oh my goodness, y'all, what a great day at Legoland. To be fair, there were some ups and downs to our visit, but I'm so glad we came. We'll definitely be back, but I probably won't shell out for the super expensive hotel again unless I get an amazing deal. Getaway Today got us more than half off of our stay for this trip. Click the link in the description below or call them at 855-GETAWAY and tell them Ride the Teacup sent you. You'll get an extra discount on top of their already amazing deals, and their service is free. There's literally no reason not to call them. We used them for years before we became partners because they're simply the best. Thanks so much for joining us on our Legoland adventure, and shh, our kids don't know it yet, but we're far from done. They think we're going home in the morning. Nope! Make sure you're subscribed so that you can be as surprised as they were. We'll tell you all about it. Hey, did you like the countdowns on the screen, by the way? Let me know down below. We love you. We'll see you next time we ride the Teacups. Later, y'all.